Na twin bill affect, oh. If you want learn forex, make you know dollar. Money the market, make you cash out, oh. Risk management, we go show you how. That twin pillar facts go show you way. Show you way. How to trade, how to take your pay.
Hello guys, we are back again. As you can see, this is the Twin Pillars FX, and today is your host Danny FX. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys what a trend line is, how to use a trend line, the importance of trend line, and I'll also teach you guys how to spot trends. Okay, so just kindly stick and watch the end of this video, and always remember to share, like, subscribe for more exclusive content about forex trading. So without wasting much of your time, let me start with the explanation of what trend line is. Trend line is a lines that are drawn on highs and lows in the market in order for you to identify the trend. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys a practical example of how to draw the trend line on your highs and lows. As you can see, let us see, we are having series of higher highs and higher lows. You see something like this, higher highs and higher lows like this. So if you want to draw your trend line, you just need to come to your toolbar and pick your trend line tool. Then you just draw it. You draw to connect at least two highs. Once you have two highs touching your trend line is valid. You see, this is the first high and this is the second high. You see, that means this trend line is valid, and this is an uptrend. Because why is it an uptrend? Because this high is higher than this high, and this high is higher than this high. Once you are having series of higher highs that is going up, that means the trend line is an uptrend. So let me just write it on this, on the trend line here, uptrend. You know, we have three types of trend. We have uptrend, we have sideways trend, and we also have downtrend. So now let me draw a downtrend for you. The downtrend is just an opposite. It's an opposite of the uptrend. Once you are having series of lower lows and lower highs like this, you see, this is a downtrend because the market is coming down, creating lower highs and lower highs and lower lows. You see, so once you draw your line and is touching at least minimum of two touches, your trend line is valid. This is very easy, guys, very easy. You see, this is your first touch and this is your second touch. You see, once you have your first touch and your second touch, your trend line is valid. So this is a downtrend. This is a downtrend. This is an uptrend, while this is a downtrend. Now we also have sideways trend. A sideways trend is when the market is not going up or it's not coming down, it's just moving sideways like this, just moving sideways. I will show you a practical example. This is a sideways trend, guys. See, it's just giving us equal lows and equal highs. You see, once you see something like this in the market, just know that the trend is going sideways. It's a sideways trend. You see, it's a sideways trend, guys. So let me just write it here so that you can understand. Sideways trend. You see, so as easy as that, we just have uptrend, downtrend, and sideways trend. That is, the market is either moving upward, downward, or sideways. That's just how the market move, guys. So using trend line is very easy. So this is how to draw your trend line. First of all, you go to your toolbar, you pick your trend line tool. You will just look for any higher highs and higher lows in the market, then you will just connect it. You see, you will just connect it like this. Once it's touching this is the first touch, this is the second touch, and this is the third touch. Once it's just giving you at least 2 touches, is valid. Or in the downtrend scenario, once it's giving you 2 touches, that is coming down like this is it. Then sideways, once it's giving you 2 touches, this is your sideways trend. You see, these are the 3 types of trend I have. So I've explained to you guys what trend line is, types of trend lines, how to draw a trend line. You see, so now I'm going to tell you guys the importance of trend line. Importance of trend line. 1, we draw trend lines to identify the trend or the market bias. You understand? We draw trend line in order for us to know where the market is heading to. Like now, for example, you see this trend here now. Once you see that price is respecting your trend line, you see price came here, it bounced off, came here again, bounced off again, came here again, bounced off again. Now you already know that, okay, the trend is going up because it's respecting your trend line and it's going up. Now you already have that bias in your mindset that the market is going up. Okay, the same thing. So that's the importance of trend line. And the same thing with these ones. You see this sideways trend now, as the market is going up and down, up and down, up and down. So now you already know that the market is sideways. So now you have that bias that when price come here again, price will still come down to this your down support trend line here. So that is the number 1 importance of trend line. Number 2 is to predict price movement. Now you see price came down here, bounced off, came down here again, bounced off. You see, came down here, bounced off. Now imagine price is at this point. What should be in your mind? If you should give a prediction, what should be in your mind is that price will still come back to this trend line and bounce off from this trend line again and go up. You see, at this point. So it has already given you a prediction. It has already given you a prediction that this is your point of interest. This place now in this trend line is your point of interest. Okay, the same thing with this one. So as you can see, trend line it will help to give us the future price movement of the market. Like you see this place, we already know that if price should come down here back to this trend line here, price is going to buy. Okay, and the same thing with this one, price is going to sell from here. And if this price should come down here, we definitely want to buy again. So you see, trend line helps to give us future price movement or point of interest in the market. So now there are 2 things or 2 major things like you need to have in your mind while using trend line. Number 1 is that this trend line you see, it can break. And number 2 is that you can also have multiple trend lines in your chart or in the market. So first of all, let me tell you why you can have multiple trend line in your market. You see, and also you need to know that in every support trend line there is a resistance trend line, and in every resistance trend line you can also have a support trend line. You see, this is your resistance trend line here, and this is the support trend line up here like this. You see, and you know, in the chart, you can see different or multiple trend line. You can see trend line from the 1 hour time frame, trend line from the 15 minutes time frame, trend line from the 1 hour time frame, because the trend in the 1 hour might be different from the one in the 15 minutes. So you need to know that there's no particular trend line. You can have multiple trend line in your chart. Why? The second thing you need to know is that trend line can break. You see, this trend line can break. Price can come here, react, then break, then break. You see, trend line can break and come down like this. You see, and also this trend line you see here can also come here and break above like this. You see, trend line can break. That's number one important note you need to know. And number two is that you can have multiple trend lines in your chart. So let me just go to a live chart, and give you, that is a practical example how you can draw your trend line. That's the 3 types of trend we have. I'm going to show you here in the chart. As you can see, this XAU USD, and this is the 1 hour time frame. So I'm going to show you step by step if you want to draw your trend line in a live chart. You see, first of all, you pick your trend line tool. Look at it here. I'm going to pick it. Then I'm going to connect at least 2 highs, because this is an uptrend. So I'm going to connect this one and this one. Then I'll move it to the future. You see, so let me mark it so that you see. This is my first touch, you see, and this is my second touch. Boom. You see, so this is my first touch, this is my second touch. Then I draw my trend line. You see, this is my trend line. Why did I draw this trend line? Because I had first touch here, second touch here. Then you just forward your trend line to the future. You understand? So as you can see, price, you see, bounced off from this point, came here, bounced again, came here, bounced again. Can you see? So this is our point of interest. This is the first touch. You would have taken a buy position from this place. See, you would have taken a buy position from this place, and you would have also taken another buy position from this place. Can you see how easy trend line works? Can you see? Then there's something that I also told you guys, that trend line can break. You see how this trend line broke from this down, from this trend. Can you see how the price broke from this trend impulsively, came back here to retest upon the broken trend line, then price started coming down. Can you see? Price started coming down from here. You see, price broke out from the trend line. The trend is still valid. The trend line is still valid. Price came back, tested on the trend line, then started coming down. You see, trend line is very easy to it's a tool that is very easy to analyze. So that's for the uptrend. Let me show you an example for a downtrend. Let me just use this chart here. You see, this is our first touch, this is our second touch. Then you will just draw your trend line, just connect, or let me say this is our first touch here. let me say this is our first touch here, this is our second touch. Then you will just pick your trend line tool, then you will draw it like this. Can you see? You will draw it like this. Can you see? So price bounce from this place, bounce from this second place. That is, you have your two touches, then you draw your trend line. Then you see price came back, make the third touch. You see price made this third touch here, then from this place, boom, price started selling. You see price sold to this place. Can you see, guys? Trend line works. So, and also you see how price came here again, reacted from this trend line, then break out above this trend line. That's why I told you guys that trend line can break. You see trend line, it broke out from this place. So had it been you wanted to catch out the breakout, you would have drawn another trend line from here like this. See, I'll pick up my trend line tool, then I'll draw my trend line again like this. You see, as easy. You see, this is my first touch, this is my second touch. You see, then upon the third touch, you see how price respected it. Then at the beginning I wanted to buy, I would have, buy from this place like this. You see, can you see, guys? So trend line is easy, very easy. But there are some other things, there are other things you need to know to have that sniper entry while using trend lines. So you just have to stick to this channel, subscribe to this channel. I will still be dropping more and more exclusive videos on how to use trend line, and you have nice profit, and you make profits from the markets while using trend. And also look at this, the sideways trend I'm talking about. I told you guys. You see, this is a sideways trend. This is a sideways trend. You see, price came here, made the first touch, came here again, made the second touch. Then upon the third touch, you see how price sold. You see how price sold. This is a practical example. Can you see? Just all you need is two touches. This is the first touch, this is the second touch. Upon the third touch, you see how price sold, boom, to this place. Then you would have put your take profits, because this is where price reacted from, went up, reacted here again, went up, came down here again, faked out as if you want to go down, came up again, retested on this place. So this another, had it been you wanted to take your buy, you would have taken another buy from this place, because price faked out here, came up, retested on this zone again, on this trend line again, then price went up, you would have targeted here again. You see, boom. Can you see? Can you see? So all you just need to do is to stick to this channel, subscribe to this channel, and I'll still drop more and more exclusive videos on Trendline. Look at another one here. You see, we are in the weekend, so all you just need to do is to wait. You see, this is the first touch, this is the second touch. Okay, price has already given us the third touch, guys. You see, price gave us third touch here, you see, and price sold massively. Price sold massively, you see, to the downside. Can you see? Price, guys, trend line works. All you just need is the first touch, second touch, then upon the third touch you strike using risk management. No strategy is a holy grail. No strategy is a holy grail. You need to apply your risk management and just do one thing, guys. With trend line you can be very profitable while trading. Understand? So see you guys. in my next video. Twin Pillars FX, your mentors, signing out.
Na Twin Pillar FX, oh. If you want learn forex, make you know dollar. Money dey market, make you cash out, oh.